Hello, welcome back to episode 3 of G+Tea. We are back for another episode. I know, thank you for being patient with me. And thank you for the support on episode 2 as well. Your girl is officially 30. I'm in the 3rd decade. And yeah, I can't wait to show you what we've got in store for you for episode 3. So it all kind of came about because when I did the first episode, which was all about motherhood, quite a few of you were like, do you know what? I'd love to see and hear this from the dad's point of view. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, me too, actually. I'd be quite intrigued to see like a modern father's approach to fatherhood and their experience as well. So I've asked a couple of my dad friends to come down and be my guests, and we're going to hear all about their experience. So stay where you are and stay tuned in. Going straight into it. CJ, Jordan,
hello.
My lovely, lovely friends. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast. Literally, as soon as people, it was so interesting that people were commenting to be like, I'd love to hear from a dad's point of view, like their experience. And as I said earlier, me too, because obviously I've got my dad, but my dad's generations above you lot. So to hear from people that are of a similar age, I'm really intrigued. So let's just talk about your children first. CJ.
Yes, so I'm a first-time dad. I've got one, Cairo. He is 9 months now at the moment. 9 months going on 9 years.
Of course.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping me on my toes. But yeah, bundle of joy, always happy, and just such a blessing to have.
Love that. And George, what about you?
Yep, so little Mabel, she is 14 months, first-time dad as well. I feel like she's definitely toddler era now. I don't even know. Like, when do they class themselves as toddlers? I think after 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's definitely a cheeky little one she is. So yeah.
I actually have a question for you guys, just off the bat, spontaneous. It's just come off the top of my head. Is it, when you become a parent, is it a thing that you're like, yeah, my son's or daughter's not 1 year old, they're 14 months old? Is that a thing?
I just go by months, and I've said once they hit 1,
you're gonna just say 1.
it's just 1.5 or 2.
Do you know?
Because you said 14 months, and I'm like, wow, that is specific.
I'll be honest, yeah. Before we had a child, I used to not get it. I used to be like, why do people say
that's
like,
the position I'm in?
Just say your kid's 1.
Yeah.
But I actually do think that there's a difference between 12 months, 13, 14, 15 months, because there's different stages that they're at. So like a 10-month-old, no, like a 12-month-old might not be, well, 1 year old might not be walking yet, but a 13-month might be.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Or an 11th month. So before I used to be like, no. Like, your kid's 1 or 2 or 1.5.
True. Yeah.
But it's those little months that I think where like 14 months, she's babbling. Whereas 12 months, 1 year old, she wasn't quite walking. Yeah. She wasn't quite chatting, whereas now, there's a difference between the 2 months, I think, personally.
Well, there we go. Well, if anybody else out there needed that explanation, you are so welcome, because I genuinely wanted to know that.
Yeah, honestly, if you hear someone say 15 months, don't judge them too much.
Yeah, or like 28 months or something. I'm like...
28 months is a bit wild.
I think after 2, you just
got to... man. You're deep in it.
just say they're 2.
But I guess for me as well, like, I never really grasped the weeks as well. When people like, after like 8 weeks, it was just, he's 3 months now, or I never really got the weeks thing when people are like, oh, he's 29 weeks, and like,
that one's a bit wild.
It's just
but that's just me. I don't know.
Like, God love your children, but who's got the time to figure out that maths?
Because you've got to calculate in your head. I'm like, wait, week, what? No, no,
I can't do quick maths.
And I think as well, there's certain things that they can't eat at certain months.
Yes.
So like when you're like buying food, it says 6 months plus or 8 months plus. So like, you kind of got to be clued up.
Yeah.
You don't want to be giving 8-month-old food to 5-month-old.
Absolutely not.
That could be dangerous.
So we are going to put the baby chat on pause for a sec and actually talk about your lives before you had kids. So like living situation, friendships, career. What was it like before you had your baby? How would you describe it?
I was outside.
Yeah.
I guess. So I'm 36 now. In my 20s, I guess I was outside. I was living life. I was traveling. I was working. In my career, it allows me to travel a lot as well. So I was kind of just, I was living. I was experiencing. And then wasn't until my 30s, when I turned 30, I bought my own property, moved in, was living by myself. And then I found my now wife and obviously kind of went from there. But
you were just living your best life. I was just
living my best life and just going through the ladder of my career and just enjoying and making the most of what I could in that bubble of the 20s, I guess.
Yeah. What about you, Jods?
Yeah, I think similar. Like, obviously, we
partied it up.
Partied it up a lot. Going to bed late, not worrying about time. You could go to bed at 3:00 in the morning, you're fine. But chasing a creative career. Obviously, married Shanice. But it's just crazy because of how quickly life happened after that. So obviously, Mabel was announced like very quick after marriage. So even that doesn't even feel like we're married sometimes. It's literally just felt like we just went straight into parenthood. But pre that, it was just anyone who had a birthday would be out partying.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas now I'm a bit like, just have a day party, please, so I could be back in bed by 10 p.m, please.
No, I hear that.
So massive change.
And how did you both feel about having children before you had them? Like, did you know, I'm ready to be a dad now? Or were you nervous? How did you feel?
I guess kind of growing up, I always knew I wanted kids. I always knew I was wanting to get married and have kids until kind of like, I'd say probably mid to late 20s. I questioned myself, why was I in that frame of mind? And I think it was based on the society and what you're told. And it's like, that's just what you do. You grow older and you have kids and you become a dad and do that. And I questioned myself why I was in that space. And was it because of me actually wanting kids, or because of, was it society telling me that's what you do? And then kind of, went through therapy and different bits at that point and realized actually, no, it is what I want, and it is kind of what I want to do. I kind of always said I wanted to have kids. Always said I wanted 3. Ask me now, it's a bit different. Experiencing 1, you're like, okay, maybe not 3.
Yeah.
But I've always definitely wanted to say I've always wanted kids.
Space.
Yeah.
George?
Yeah, I think it's quite similar. I feel like I definitely always wanted kids. I'm like the oldest brother of like 2. Been around like a lot of cousins, younger cousins as well. So I feel like that's where kind of like, is it paternal? Not maternal. Paternal instincts came from. But I feel like I always wanted kids. It's just a matter of when. Definitely, I don't know if you do the same, but you look back as like, if you had like your son 10 years ago, what would that look like?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I wasn't a dad 10 years ago, because I just felt like, especially when you hit your 30s, like things start to like fall in place in a way that you're like, all right, I have the capacity to be a dad. And I think capacity is not the right word, but like, do you know what I mean? I just have that mindset to know that I could give a lot to them,
a lot more to them,
rather than trying to find myself in my 20s. And you're still like, shout out to parents that have done that. But I'm just in a privileged position to say I'm doing that in my 30s and not in my 20s.
I hear that.
Completely different mindset, I reckon. If I was 25 and had Mabel.
I definitely.
Bet.
And you, CJ, you briefly said about like the pressure from society that is kind of like the end goal, to grow up and to have children. Obviously, from a woman's point of view, we feel it from a body clock thing, and that, you kind of should be a mum, that's what you should do. I'm really intrigued to know if men feel that. Do you feel pressure from others to be like, so when you're settling down and having kids, are you like, do you know what I mean? I don't know, do you feel that?
Yeah, I say more so from family, definitely.
Jordan's like,
I've got a very stereotypical Jamaican grandmother who's, Carl Jr., when you... Like, she's very much, like, put it in me that she wants great grandkids and when is it happening, when you finding the right one. And even my mum as well, and, like, my aunts and, on both sides, actually, I've got a lot of females in my family, so I've got a lot of aunts. And they've been very much, come on. And all of my cousins are female as well. So it's like, I'm kind of, growing up, I was the only kind of boy in the kind of clan. So even from that, it was always like, come on, when you gonna find someone, when you gonna settle down, when you gonna have kids.
I hear that as well. Like, I think for me, I don't know if I had it from others. I think marriage 100%. Like, that was like when you get married, when you're settling down. But I think with kids, I think it's probably like a pressure on myself a little bit. I feel like where society with women, it's like time. I think for men, it's like career, money, sort yourself out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's weird because I was
you have to provide.
And I think that's like the stereotypical instinct. I remember like a lot of advice I used to give to my friends when they were thinking about having kids. I was like, just do it, man. Like, if you're ready to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're both on it, you never know how long it might take. Do you know what I mean? Like, because that's what I think sometimes you think. It's like, oh, we'll do it when we're ready, and when we are ready, we'll start trying. But that might not be like straight away.
Yeah.
That could take years on top. So it's like if you're both thinking about it, and you're both in a really good position, why not? So I feel like that kind of was my own advice. It's like, it doesn't really matter where you are in your career, as long as you and your wife are happy and you're in a good position to have a child, then why not? For me and Shanice at the time, it was like, yeah, this is what we want. Like, as soon as we get married, we want to try for a child.
Well, don't we know it? Jesus. I mentioned it on the first episode, and I'm going to say it again because it's still one of the best stories. When it was the end of their wedding, Shanice was literally telling people to leave because she was like, guys, we need to make a baby. Can everyone just go? And 3 weeks later...
in the oven,
Like, that's crazy.
But I'm super grateful for that because I just know, like, you know, it isn't always easy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So very grateful and always like, just privileged to have someone like Mabel because obviously some kids could be wild.
Yeah.
She's wild, but she's our wild.
She's cool. She's cool wild.
Yeah.
She's cool wild.
So like, again, like I think it's the pressures I kind of put myself. I think younger years. I think when I was younger, I used to be like, I'm not going to have a baby until I'm earning X amount.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and just part of my position. But I'm like, bro, like on the other side, you've got someone who's got a clock that, you know, like I don't know much about it, but it's like there's a time clock. Like I can't just be waiting around until you make it.
Because I think even recent years before my son came, I think I was definitely still in that. Like I've still got to make sure that I've got everything laid out and everything's in place, and I've got my own place, and we have a house to live, and we got this, and financially I've got savings, and I've got that in place. But even having that pressure now, in hindsight, I look at it and I'm like, I know I'm that type of person that no matter what, I'd always make sure things were okay anyway. Even if I did it 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been the ideal situation. But
when you're in it, you've got to survive. There's no other way.
100%. I'm a big advocate of like, you just adapt. Like sometimes me and Shanice go, oh, what if we had triplets or twins? I was like, we'll just adapt. Like that will just be our basis on it.
So moving on to the pregnancy stage of it, how did you guys find supporting your partner through that and seeing those changes and seeing your baby grow? Like, because again, from women's point of view, she's kind of in control, I guess. But to feel like, I don't know, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but maybe from the outside point of view, you can't really help with what's going on. So how did you feel? How did you deal with that, with pregnancy, with your partner?
It's really weird because I felt, and I don't think it's spoken about enough, but I felt very disconnected.
Agreed.
Very disconnected because as a woman, obviously in my situation, my wife was pregnant. And I say it to her all the time, like she was feeling the feels. You're growing a human inside of you. You're feeling the feels. You're going through the motions. And for me, I was just, it sounds weird, but I was just watching a film. You know, I was just kind of watching it and seeing it all kind of play out. But I had no input into, I mean, we know science and obviously
of course.
I had some input. But I felt very disconnected for a long time, and I'm sure we'll get into it. Even post-birth and post-arrival, I still felt quite disconnected. But I think during the pregnancy of it, I struggled at times because I didn't know what to do and how to handle that and how to navigate that, because she was experiencing her feels and her experiences, and I was just there on the sidelines watching it and doing as best as I can to cater to that. But how do you do that when you're not feeling what's going on, and all you can be is just a person on the sidelines to help navigate that? And even, I'd say even like, I don't know about you, Joe, but even like in the, when you go to the scans and stuff, I mean, I cried and I got upset in a great way and I was happy, but there was a part of me that didn't feel that straight instinct that I thought I would have felt prior to that moment. And it's a difficult space. Now in hindsight, I mean, if we go for baby number 2, I'm kind of prepared a bit more for it. But to have that as your first time, I was expecting me to just feel like I was going to feel so connected during that 9-month period. And I tried to do as much as I could during that time to feel connected. I stopped drinking because obviously she wasn't drinking. So I stopped drinking as well, to try and obviously support, but also try and connect and get some sort of feeling. I don't know what feeling I was looking for at the time, but I was trying to connect myself as much as I can. And I'd wake up when she'd wake up and try and do the things that she was doing.
Yeah. Put yourself in her shoes
to try and understand it and connect to it. But I'm not sitting here saying I know how it feels at all. But I was trying to do that to support her, but also try and connect myself to that experience. And I never got there. But it was a difficult time to be around and kind of try and adjust to, definitely.
No, I think I can relate to that 100%. I don't think it's spoken about enough of that disconnect. And I think a part of it, I mean, I can't speak for every dad, but it's just like, I think you get a different kind of worry as a dad in that whole process. Like, because you're not feeling it, you don't know if like something's not right, or you're going to the scans like, and your wife's like excited for the scans, but you're like, but one of us got to like worry a little bit just in case. I don't know if you felt the same. Like you go to the scans, like, oh yeah, your kid's all good. Whew, good. Because in the back of your head, it's like, I don't know, it felt like my wife was going to see the baby and be like, oh my God, like everything I'm feeling, I get to kind of see in this in this scan. Yeah. Whereas as a dad, you're like, I'm just here to just make sure everything's all right. Yeah. And if everything's all right, great. If everything's not, I'm preparing myself to support my wife after that. Yeah. Because it sounds horrible, but any negative feeling she gets could probably be passed down to the child. So you're like really trying your best to stay positive and make sure you cater to anything she needs, because you're just worrying about any sort of negative energy. Yeah. Right. Definitely. But like, I totally agree. Like, I think there was like a slight disconnect. I feel like it was a little bit later down the line where the baby was moving a little bit more. Yeah. Where I was a bit like, okay, that's kind of cute. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, well, but when they're literally just there like this, so I'm like, cool. And then later months it'll be like, oh, like, do you wanna feel baby kick? And I'm like, all right. And you're just there like, yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah. Do you know what? That's actually mad interesting to hear, because I personally have never heard that point of view. But like, talking about it, of course it makes sense. If you're not physically feeling it and dealing with it, you don't want to feel distant, but you can't also do anything to physically help. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I like that. That's actually really nice. And speaking of connection, when the baby came, is it true that when you see that child, it is like unconditional love? Like, talk to me about the moment that the baby popped out and you saw your child and that was it. They were there in the flesh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Let me start on the positive. Like, it was an amazing experience. I loved it. And it was like, oh my God, that's my child. And I cried. We had reggae playing in the back. It was beautiful. Like, my wife had a C-section. So we kind of had a time slot. We knew when we was going in and all that sort of stuff. So it was great. And it was amazing. Like, our midwives were great, allowed us to play music through the speakers, and it was just that moment I wish I could play back in my life continuously, because it was just amazing. Going on to what I was saying earlier about feeling it straight away and for me it took a while, like I'd say a couple of months to still feel connected, and still feel like that child was mine. Mm-hmm. Obviously he was mine. Is, yeah. And obviously I know he's mine. Yeah. But for the first 2 months, and don't get me wrong, I was there, I was present, I was doing everything and all of those great things. But to really feel that connection, it took a while, because it's almost like I was waiting for someone to say, okay, that's mine now, like give him back. Because I didn't feel that instant connection again, what I thought I would feel. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, now, I mean, he's 9 months now, and our connection is the strongest it ever has been and ever will be. And I think as I've seen him develop, there's more characteristics that I've connected to, and seeing him come alive a bit more, and all those different things. But yeah, I think the instant he was there, I thought I'd feel
like a wave of
just, I really don't know how to kind of pinpoint and say what it is, but I didn't get that instinct straight away, what I thought I would have. But that love was definitely still there, and I was very much present, and I don't want anyone to feel like I was disconnected from my child.
It's a lot
because it was just like all of a sudden someone's there and he's yours. Whereas I think for and obviously me and my wife still talk about it as well to this day, is that like for her, she felt that instant connection
from the get-go.
From the get-go, because she'd been growing him and feeling the feels and understanding it all and just naturally coming out. Whereas I was always kind of on the sidelines of it, and it's almost like, here you go, he's your baby. Yeah. It's like, is he mine? No.
Like that is my child.
Is my child.
Now I'm responsible for that.
Yeah. Exactly. So I don't know if you felt that, but
I feel the same. You know, I feel like when Mabel arrived,
you and Shanice went through it though.
We did, but I still feel like when Mabel arrived, it was very much more like rah. I've got a kid, you know, and like that, I feel like it was that for ages.
Yeah, I still say that.
Before the overwhelming love, it's just like rah, like that's my kid.
Yeah,
like just shaking there, or like moving around, or trying to talk, like, and I feel like that overrides the overwhelming feeling, because I think that's always a base standard of like, it's unconditional love, but it's shown in a different way, because now where you're getting a bit more back, you feel it, and I feel like there's moments in, you know, the months of being with Mabel where I'm like, right, this is an unconditional feeling. Like this is tears in my eyes, or a song's playing and you're hearing the lyrics and you're like, oh, like, 100%. You know, there's gonna be a time where you're gonna hear this song and be like, oh, my dad used to play this song. Like that. Those, like, I think you think quite far ahead.
Yes.
But you don't live in the moment as often. Maybe I think, 100%. And I think that's kind of what it is. It's like there's pockets of things that happen where I go, that's that overwhelming feeling. But when Mabel arrived, I was very much like, rah, that's actually my kid. And then,
you're like in shock a bit.
Yeah, like I think that overwhelming feeling, it's not like, oh my God, wow, and you're just crying and going, like that. I don't think
that's how the movies portray it.
But then also the movies portray like clean babies coming out, man. Sometimes like,
that is
you're
so
seeing
true.
Bare gunk, and you're like,
ugh, clean it.
Yeah.
Pat down my baby before you give it to me. But like, man.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah, and I think like I hear what you're saying. It's like it's not to say that there isn't that love there, but it's like it's different. And I feel like it goes back to what we were saying. Like they're carrying the baby for such a long time, so it's like you're meeting your best friend that you've been together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you do feel like a bit on the sidelines until they arrive, because you're like, hi, it's me, your dad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you was inside mum for a while, but I'm part of this as well, by the way. Like, nice to meet you. So it's a bit that vibe. It's like, you should love me and I should love you. So let's make this work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember those days, sorry, I know I'm probably jumping a bit, but those days where you have to look after your child a bit longer.
Yes.
Because mum wants to like go for a walk or go out. Yeah. And you just sitting with them and you're like, so.
How are you? Like, you okay?
Yeah, like, how does this work? Do I change your nappy now or later? Like, how does it, like, do you nap now? Do you eat now? Like, how does it work? So it feels like one of those things is like they've been hanging around with their mum for so long. Yeah. And then when you come in, they're looking at you like, who are you? Yeah. It's like, I love you though.
Yeah.
You know, we had the skin to skin. Remember that skin to skin talk? No, skin to skin we did? Yeah. I'm your dad.
So, no, that's so cute.
So, yeah.
And just with, as well as the child, so we're friends, and Shanice, your wife, love her, she just loves special moments, and she is a natural oversharer. So she showed me their birthing video.
Yeah.
So I saw that, and it made me tear up as well, just watching it and seeing her do that and hearing your voice in the background as well. And I just wanted to know, did you then see Shanice differently in that moment? Like, oh my God, the human body, what the hell?
I think everyone feels the same. You're like, literally, like, you're such a super woman. Like, as if, like, I mean, I was about to say something wild, but I'm going to say it anyway. Like,
say it.
I've done some poos sometimes, and I'm like, yo, that took me out. To push out a baby for such a long period of time. I'm like, yo,
it's crazy. No, Jordan, not you comparing childbirth to doing a massive shit.
But even Shanice did say it. Do you remember she thought she was doing a poo for a while, and then she was like, guys, I'm really just trying to get this poo out, and they're like, that's your
child.
Baby. And she's like, what? And then like, yes, and then she switched, but Yeah, sorry, what were we talking about?
Seeing your partner differently.
Yeah. So seeing she's go through that, yeah, absolutely. And I think she had it in her head that she didn't want to take anything more than gas and whatever you call it.
Gas and air.
Gas and air.
Mm-hmm.
And
did she have a natural birth?
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to have a home birth, and then like there was a little bit of bleeding, and then they were like, "Yeah, you ain't leaving this hospital. Like your child's arriving here," and then everything kind of changed, and we had to go back, and it was just such a long process. But she just smashed it. She's quite competitive, and like sporty.
Yeah, she got in that athletic mental mode.
Bro.
Yeah,
like, even when I look like through the clips of like what I was recording during pregnancy, she's like pacing back and forth, breathing in and out. Like everything she's trained for was like for that moment. You'd think it was the Olympics.
Yeah,
the way she was moving around.
Shanice trained hard.
She was locked in, and then it was so funny because it is again that feeling of feeling useless. And I'm so glad I just took on the role of being DJ because that gave me a focus like, to make sure certain songs are playing at certain. What you say for you? Like I'm so useless because like the midwife's there, my wife's there, they're pushing, they're tag teaming. Like all I'm here is just standing here with a towel waiting for something to happen. I'm so useless. Like let me just go to the music area.
It's so funny
start spinning decks.
Because I was doing the same because we had like a speaker and stuff in the room, and I was like, I know how to do the music.
Yeah.
let me just go do the Spotify and just make it do it. And she went the diffuser and stuff. And I was like, I know all of that stuff. Let me just do this because I know what I'm doing here. Like, let the midwife do all of that because you feel like you're just an extra pawn, just kind of there, and you don't know what to do. And then if you do that, it's the wrong thing. Because you're dealing with their emotions as well. And like my wife was going through it at the time, and if I did this, it was wrong, and it was getting barked at. And I was just like, let me just stay over here with the Spotify and the speaker.
Exactly.
And at least you guys were aware of that. Do you know what I mean?
Then I think you do hear and see videos or stories of like them, like male partners saying like the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And then like, it's like, how you feeling? What do you mean? How am I feeling? What do you think? I'm like, oh, sorry. You know what I mean? Like, so you kind of want to avoid.
Tread carefully.
Yeah, you want to avoid saying like the wrong.
And it's hard because you're trying to show that you're there.
Yeah.
But then you're also trying not to be there because then you might say the wrong thing, and then you're kind of just in this weird.
Do you know how funny that is?
Mate, my favorite bar was like, "You're doing great." Yeah, you're doing great, babe. Babe, you're doing great. That's the only thing it's safe to say.
Safe. One line. Let me stick for that.
You're doing so great. Yeah. Oh, babies always say you're doing great.
Jordan, you're such a joker. Oh my
smashing
God.
It, babe.
So as your children have obviously evolved and grown up, what did you say, Cairo's 9 months?
Yeah.
9 months. And obviously Mabel is 14 months. As they are moulding into their own person and things are changing over those months, even before they were born maybe, did you guys have an idea of how you wanted to parent? And I don't know if that was like, did your parents and the way you were raised have an influence on that?
I always thought I'd be a strict, like, on hands, don't do this, do that. But I think that was naturally because my dad was very strict to me and kind of very aligned and have to do this, have to do that. So I thought naturally that's what I would do. And now I'm realizing that was because of how I was brought up and the way I was.
He was probably then brought up and it was
exactly. And now I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
And it's now something I'm actually talking to myself about, is that I've got to be more aware of that and become the parent that I want to become rather than the parent that I've been drilled to believe I need to be. Does that make sense? Obviously, yes, when they're doing something wrong or whatever, but I don't need to have that strictness and stuff like that. It's okay to loosen up and smile when, it's just like I see him and I'm like, I can't even be mad at you. And I don't even have a reason to be mad at you, but there's something in me that tells me that maybe I should have been more mad than I have to be. And obviously, he's only 9 months.
Yeah.
But, I'm glad that I'm aware of that now so that when he is toddler age and running around and doing whatever, it's like I'm adjusting to how I want to parent rather than what's kind of been put into me.
What about you, George? How do you feel?
Yeah, I think it's so funny. Like, so we don't like really discipline Mabel. Like we do like the telling off thing, but I don't know if you find the same thing. But when I'm telling her off, I could feel Shanice looking at me like, "Oh my days, bro," or like Shanice's mum or like someone, a grandparent, like, "I've never heard you speak like that," and it's like weird. It's like we're adapting to like, that sort of level of discipline. But with parenting, I guess I don't know. I feel like I've had a lot of serious conversations before, like even way before I married Shanice about parenting. I come from like Congolese parents, bro. Like discipline is like fly kicks, like bro, like shoes, anything that they could get their hands on, bro. That you're feeling it, yeah. So like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna run that same program. Yeah. If you step out of line, that shoe's coming off. I'm gonna fling it your way. But I'm in an interracial relationship, man. Shanice's lifestyle isn't that. So
I hear it.
There's a lot of like her telling me like, I've never had my hands put on me. Like, you're not doing that with me, bro. Like, I kind of hate that. I wouldn't even do that anyway. I look at her and like, there's no way I could even raise my hand to you.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I don't know, like like I always wanted a daughter first, and I think like a part of that was because I just wanted. I don't know. This is so stereotypical, but I feel like there's a level of patience that comes with having a daughter, because I felt like if I had a son first, I would have really tried to. There's a lot of inside work I would need to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always say like chivalry isn't dead. So like, would I still be like, oh, hold the door for your mum? When really I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, you're like one. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it was so funny. I remember when Shanice was pregnant, I just want to watch the whole box set of My Wife and Kids. Because I want to base my parenting skill on Michael Kyle.
What a show.
Do you know what I mean? I just want it, like, I think he's just like spot on.
He's got the humour, he's got the humour, the strictness.
And his lessons aren't straightforward. It's like, I'm going to like go, I'm going to
challenge your brain.
Oh, you told me that you cheated on your test? All right, well, we're going to throw a party to celebrate that you got an A. And
I love that you flipping compared your parenting to that. That's so
think
funny.
He's just so spot on. Like, maybe it is like a caricature of his character, but like, I think he doesn't discipline his kids in that way. He teaches them lessons, but he does it in a way that's like, you fear him in a way that's like,
you respect him and you don't want to disappoint.
And it's not like, oh, like, I don't know, he just does it so on point. And he's got girls and boys, and the way he treats them all differently. Like, I see how he treats like Katie compared to Claire, compared to Junior. And they're all different people. But you can see he's always Michael Kyle.
Him and Uncle Phil were like,
oh yeah. Uncle Phil's like later on. Like, Michael Kyle's me now. Uncle Phil's later on when
20 years time.
When people are sending kids my way, I'm like, okay, you're gonna live with me for. You're gonna live with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air now. Okay, cool, I get it.
Whilst you guys have now been dads for 9 months, 14 months, have you guys felt any stereotypes towards you, whether that is because you're male or as black dads? Have you felt anything like that towards you? Because I heard a phrase, was it last week? Someone said to me that whenever the mum goes out to do something and it's like, oh, so you're leaving the baby with the dad. It's like the dad's babysitting. Oh, he's with the dad. Yeah, that's also his child. So I didn't know if you guys have ever come across people questioning what you're doing because you're the dad.
Actually, funny enough, when was this? Probably last week, some point. We went out, just me and Cairo. We went out in central London, and in that day, I had 4 people ask, "Oh, so where's his mum?" And naturally, I went to be like, "Who are you?" Like, I don't need to answer to you. Like, and I don't know. To me, it just didn't settle.
It was a bit jarring.
It was a bit jarring. Yeah, it just didn't settle well to me, because it's like, what if, God forbid, I was in a situation where his mum had passed away, or do you know what I mean? It's like, I shouldn't have to even explain that to you or say anything to you. It's like, I'm his parent. I'm here. Why does it matter? So that kind of jarred me quite a bit. Why can't dad be out with his child? You know, it's like, he's me. Like, what do you mean? Exactly. I don't even know how to even explain it. And or there's been times where I've gone to change a nappy actually in restaurants and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you sure you know what you're doing? And I'm like,
oh my days.
No.
Yeah, and it's just like,
I don't know. Show me then.
Wait, what? I'm like, yeah, what do you want me to do? Show you? Like, because boy, you don't want to see this nappy. I'll show you the nappy. But it's things like that, and it's just like, why do you feel that that's the situation? Like, I'm very much present in my child's life. I'm very much know what I'm doing. Very, very much confident in what I'm doing. So why do you need to make those comments?
That is probably a society thing of what a dad supposedly should be doing, and Do you know what I mean? And you guys are challenging that. So,
and I think I've realised that a lot of times now as well, people are putting their own situations maybe or their own fears as well into it, and they kind of project it onto me, or that's their situation. And I've got an amazing wife where we've been in situations and she's stepped up and like, no, he's very much knows what he's doing, or he's good. Like, don't worry, he's fine. So that's what's kind of makes it a bit better as well. And I'm grateful that she's kind of that and she's able to step into that. But it just makes you feel, why are people able to feel comfortable enough to say things like that? Or when she's gone out and it's been like, why aren't you at home with? And it's like, what? She's very much able to go
and do her own
thing. If she wants to go to the pub or go to the bar or whatever and go with a friend for whatever, like, or where's Cairo? Where's your son? And it's like, he's with his dad. Like, it's just a bit like, I don't know. I find it very, very bizarre. But, I don't know.
It is a bit strange. Do you know what? There was this one thing that happened actually, like a while back, where Shanice had to go ahead to Norfolk, and then we was meeting her 2 days later. So I had to travel up on train with Mabel in like luggage, and it was just crazy because again, like, I'm so confident in what I'm doing that I think it came as a shock to people when they were walking past me. Like, 2 suitcases, 2 bags, a buggy, and a kid, and it was just really strange because like I'll sit near people and people would be like, they come, it's like, oh, like, you all right? It's like, yeah, like, is the mum in the picture? I was like, yeah, like, she's just on the other side, we're going to meet her. All right, cool. And it happened like 2 or 3 times, and then the closer I got to, one person's like, oh, you're going to see the baby mum? I was like, I'm actually just going to meet my wife.
Yeah.
I don't
know how I'd.
And it was like this idea that I was like dropping her off to her mum after I've spent time with her, and I'm like,
see what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just a bit strange. That it's like, I have to be with Shanice.
Yeah, for people to believe that it's a healthy
like, sometimes I do feel like that.
I
mean, sometimes I crack a joke with Shanice. It's like, all right, like, mum's here, like, all right, see you next week, same time next week, and I leave. But like, weird thing. But I do think there's also a side to it where it just 10 times, it looks like, I don't know the best way to like describe it in a sentence, but Shanice could do that, and people would just be like, expected of you, and then I do it.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, it's like a second coming of Christ, bro. Like, I'd walk down the road with Mabel, put her in just 7 o'clock in the morning, take her down the road, everyone's like, good job, man.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
Smashing life. Yeah. I was like, bro, like, I'm just literally trying to give my wife.
I'm so glad you've mentioned that. Yeah. I've seen that too.
It happens.
Like,
and I know we're going to talk about the Modern Dad Club in a bit, but like the first one we did in, was it Victoria Park?
Yeah.
Do you remember how many times people thought we were like doing like you would have thought we were, I can't remember the right word, but when like thousands of people
like gold medalists. Like,
no, but it's just like, what are we doing, guys? Like, why are you all out?
Yeah.
It was like, do you know what I mean?
It was almost like a shock.
Yeah, people would like stop and look and be like...
It was just like, which is great, and I'm sure we'll get into it, but it was just almost like...
This is normal.
This is the norm and should be the norm, and exactly
100%.
Why I'm building it. But again, we'll get into it more. But
it's just crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny you were saying about the whole marriage thing as well. Like, I feel, and it is probably a me problem or issue that I'm having to deal. But like, so normally I take off my wedding ring if I'm going in the shower and stuff, and I put it back on. But I feel like I'm so conscious to make sure that people see that I'm married.
Yeah,
because I don't feel like I want to fall into the stereotype of I'm just and no kind of shade on anyone that's in those situations or that situation at all, but it's almost that like people have this stereotype of like, oh, he's another black guy that's just got someone pregnant and he's not around for his kids, and it's like I don't want to project that image at all.
And that doesn't always have to be the narrative.
And it doesn't have to always be the narrative, exactly. And it's just like being conscious. I feel like I'm very conscious of that. And it's also probably because maybe I've experienced it. It's kind of obviously kind of came from my parents not being together as well, and all of those things that I've kind of experienced and somewhat might be trauma and what I know and the stereotypes of this. So it's like I am very conscious of that, and I find myself like having to, even if I'm pushing the buggy, I'm like making sure that the ring's known, and it sounds so silly, but that's just my experience of things.
I agree. I think there is a subconscious feeling of it. I feel it too, because I'm like, I'm so proud to be Mabel's dad.
Yeah,
that I feel like it's like my duty.
Yeah,
to show other people that. Yeah, because it's like, this is fun. Like, I remember when I was younger and people used to announce that they were about to have a baby, I'd be like, oh my goodness, what? Like, bro, like, sure? Like, what does this mean for? Like, are you still going to come out on Saturday?
I still feel like that, you know?
You know what I mean? Whereas now I'm a bit like, wow, congratulations. I remember like, not to say names, but I remember the first person that told me that they were about to have a child. And I was like, oh my goodness, what does this mean for our relationship? Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like I'm proud to be a dad. Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing. Yeah. And I feel like from histories, the stereotypes that's been around black dads, and it's just like you have to make that conscious effort to be like, look, this is me. And there isn't that much representation. Like, absolutely, when I think about it, and we've had this chat, it's probably more American that you see like the black dad lifestyle.
I just want to talk about you guys individually and how you felt. Because obviously you've got like postpartum for women, and women can have like the baby blues and go through it like that. Did you guys have any identity shifts or any dad guilt when it came to be like, for example, once paternity leave was over and you had to go back to work, for example, or was there any situation where you were like, you felt a bit lost within yourself and you didn't really know who you were anymore?
Dad guilt is very real. I will say that. It's very much real. After my son was born, I kind of went back to work a lot quicker than I expected, but I basically went back to work a week and a half after he was born, because if I didn't, they wouldn't have paid out the rest of my contract and my holiday, and a whole different situation. So I had to go back anyway to finish out my contract to pay, because I was like, well, I need as much money as I could. It was almost that it was very soon after, and obviously as I mentioned, my wife had a C-section. So she was still recovering. She was still very much bedbound and wasn't always able to get out of bed to look to hold Cairo and everything else as well. So I felt very guilty because I went back to work. And if it was my choice in the sense of, I mean, obviously I could have said no, whatever, and I could have not gone, but I kind of had to go to fulfill my contract as well. And I felt very guilty at that point for leaving at such a crucial time. But also at the same time, he was sleeping 12 hours a day. So it's kind of a bit like, okay. Yeah. But I still felt very guilty for that.
Going back to that dad guilt, I think I had that for like the whole of 2025. Because I just felt like I couldn't focus on me as much as I felt like I should have.
You were trying to balance dad and work life. To provide,
and I think I prioritized more dad and husband than I did work.
Yeah.
And work took a little bit of a hit because I was like, if my daughter's not okay, if my wife's not okay, then my daughter's not okay, then that's just our foundation, like collapsing 100%. A little bit. Because if Shanice's not okay, then how can she be like, she can't be a better mum to Mabel, then she can't be a better wife. So like in my head, I was like, I just need to do everything I can to make sure the foundation, like the amazing, like the women in my life are happy, right? So I think I prioritized that way more than I did work, which isn't the worst thing, but I think that's where the privilege of working for myself happened, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that if I was somewhere 5 days a week, because I can't just be like, hey guys, can you just give me like a month off, because I just want to focus on my family a little bit more. So I'm grateful for that. Obviously financially it took a massive hit.
That just goes to show, the importance of like
time off.
Like the fact that paternity leave is 2 weeks
is
spins my head.
Put it this way, I thought I'll be back when Mabel was born on a Sunday. I thought I'll be back to work on a Tuesday. There was no way.
There was no way.
It spins my mind that it's 2 weeks, because like we was in hospital for about 4 days. So I'm like, if the 2 weeks starts from when the baby's born, I don't know when it actually happens. But if it's from there, I'm like, half of it you're in hospital. Yeah. So I'm like, what the?
You haven't even had a chance to get into the routine of how you work at home with the baby.
When I break down those 2 weeks, one is adapting to you being a parent, and then the second week's trying to catch up on sleep.
Yeah.
And that's the bare minimum you're giving someone to do.
You've
been told to come back after 2 weeks. Like, you need at least a month.
It's insanity. I'm grateful that I'm in a position where I'm freelance and self-employed, that I was able to take time off. And then when I did, obviously, like I said, I went back to work for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I took a month off, because otherwise I wouldn't. And I think in the last 9 months, like, I've realised the importance of presence, and if me taking a hit on work and not having work means that I can be present during these valuable weeks and months of my son being here, then I'm happy to do that.
Like in the long run, when you look back, you're not going to think, damn, I wish I'd done that job or missed out. You're going to be so grateful you were there to see these little moments.
Yeah.
So off the back of maybe not paternity leave, not really supporting dads and stuff like that there, I just want to round up everything with the amazing thing that you've started, which is supporting dads and how just unreal that is. So for anyone that doesn't know, it's called the Modern Dad Club. And I'll let CJ take it from here and explain the rest. It's incredible. And like Jordan's been as well and supports it. So.
And that's how we met, which is amazing. So going back to when my wife was pregnant, naturally, I was excited. I'll never forget. She walked in. So we just bought a house, and we collected the keys, and we stayed in the house that night because we had the builders coming in next morning. They were coming first thing in the morning, and we was like, let's just stay here so it's quick and easy. We had nothing in the house. We just said, look, we'll just have to sleep on the floor. So we slept on the floor and stuff. And she went in the bathroom next morning, and weirdly had a pregnancy test in the we had like she had like a basket of like all little bits anyway. And there was a pregnancy test in there. So she took the pregnancy test. She's like, oh my gosh, CJ, come quick. I genuinely thought there was something wrong in the house. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to pay for more plumbing or do something. And she was pregnant, and she was like, showed it to me. And from that moment, it was just an amazing experience. And naturally, I was like excited and was like, yes, oh my God. But in that, I was like, okay, what do I do now? And I was like, I need to showcase this. I need to do something about this because this isn't me. And I know I'm not the only guy that's feeling like that, becoming a dad. So I did a random video, put it on TikTok, and I said, I'm a dad in London. I need some dad friends. And it did pretty well. It kind of got a good few thousand views and follows and likes and everything. And I was like, okay, there's something in this now. And I started doing my creative research and brainstorming. And yeah, the Modern Dad Club was born. It's a space that I've wanted to create that allow dads to come and feel seen, heard, and not judged. What I say is that we are fathers being dads, and we're just throwing some swag to it. Because I think being as I say, any man can be a father. It takes a real man to be a dad, and we're doing both of those things, and we're just adding some coolness to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, essentially what it is, it's a dad's community group. We meet together, we do walks. I've done a couple of events. And it's the beauty of it is that no matter who you are, where you're from, the core of what the Modern Dad Club is that we are all dads, and we're all trying, and no one's perfect, no one's got it right, no one knows exactly this, and even me, who's the founder of it, I'm still learning, you know, 100%. I'm still trying to develop and understand what it takes to be a dad. But for me, with a son of 9 months, learns from someone that's got a child of 14 months or 2 years or 3 years, and someone that's got a child that's 2-3 years is learning from someone that's got a newborn. So it's just a space that allows a group of guys to come together, have some fun, be dads, be cool, and not feel judged, and have those conversations that a lot of dads want to have but haven't had the space to do that.
Yeah. Because I remember coming across it on Instagram. I feel like I shared it with you, George. And I was like, oh my God, this is like something Jordan will love. Yeah. And I'm so glad you went and like you connected with it. How did you find seeing that and going to it? Because you've been to a couple.
I've been to a few. And do you know what? I feel like the first one I went to was a bit of a, and I don't know if other dads feel like this, but definitely felt like it was a challenge I put on myself to be like, I can actually head outside without my wife. Yeah. I can do it. And I'm going to prove that I could do it. And sometimes there's a bit of that, like you kind of want to be like, I could do this. Like, and also I think it's so nice because it gives the mums a bit of a morning off. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? I think the core of everything about it is always positive. It's so good. And I think definitely helps validify, is that the right word?
Solidify. Or validate.
Validate.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We got there.
Whoa there. Validate. Like, that you can do it as a dad. Like, you can do the solo run. And I think that's really important because there's days, I think the best thing you could do sometimes for your wife or your partner is give them a break. Yeah. And I think if you can do that confidently, even the Modern Dad Club would help that because you're like, I'm in a space and other dads are there. So if it really kicks off, they could probably help.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and it just, It just provides that.
And it's honest, it's so nice hearing that. And that's because that's exactly what I envisioned the Modern Dad Club to be. It's just allowing dads to come and feel confident.
Yeah.
And allow your process to just be your process. And my journey of being a dad, not necessarily is the same as Jordan or anyone else that come in. But it's coming together to just have that camaraderie and friendship and support, because as we know, a lot of men do suffer with a lot of mental health, and there's a lot of pressures on men that are trying to figure it all out. And sometimes we don't want to figure it out. We just want to enjoy. And I think as men, the best way to deal with that is just being in a same vicinity, in the same space of each other, and just chopping it up and having that chat. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there are great things out there for support and counselling and X, Y, and Z and all those things. But I think for me to get to that point, there's levels, because you have to build yourself up to get to counselling or to go to support in that to that kind of level. And just opening up and talking, like one guy that's come quite regularly as well, and is quite a big advocate for what I'm doing and sharing, and he'll know who he is once he hears this. But he came up to me and he said, CJ, thank you so much for this, because I can now finally go back to my wife and say I belong to something.
Oh.
And that, I'm going to tell it myself, but that hit. And he was like, I've never felt like I've belonged anywhere. And for him to come to this and be a part of this, he was like, I can now go back. And I felt proud
for
him. Not even for myself, but I felt proud for him to even pluck up the courage and say that and experience that. And it was that moment I was like, I can't give up on this.
No.
Even if, because I always said, if I do one event and one dad turns up, I've done something. Yeah. 5 events in and I'm still here, still going strong, and some great brands are wanting to partner. Some great things are coming and happening.
Because it's not just London now, guys. He is London. National.
Exactly.
You're going to loads of different areas, so check it out on Instagram, please.
Yes, definitely. So we started in London. We're now venturing out. We're going to. So I'm doing walks in Birmingham, Manchester, Bristol, Essex.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're branching out.
To find your nearest one.
one. And follow us on Insta. And like honestly, like I said earlier, is that the only way I find that you can learn is by the people you surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
Anyone can read a book and learn the science of this and this, that, and the other, but sometimes
you need
real life
interaction
is needed. And I think with social media, there's so many things out there where people are telling you to do this and telling you to not do that. It's like sometimes you just need that space where you can not feel judged and not tell me what I need to do as a parent and I can't do this and I can't do that. But just tell me what you've been up to and how you're getting on. And naturally, the advice comes from that because you're learning from shared experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I love that. So like we said already, you need to check it out, please. Check it out.
The Modern Dad Club on all socials.
Love that.
And like I said, if you are in London, Birmingham, Manchester, or anything like that, please.
You won't regret
it. You won't regret it. Yeah. But also sign up to our mailing list and let us know where you are, and hopefully we will we'll come to.
You might turn up.
Yeah, we might just be there.
So just to finish off this amazing chat, I feel like even I've learned so much of how like just a male dad brain works. 2 quick fire questions, just off the back. Jaws, why are you putting that face?
I don't like quick fire.
Well, you're going to have to get used to quick fire. Coming to you first, Jordan. What is something that no one prepares you for with fatherhood? What's the first thing that comes to your head?
Nappy changing. A lot of it, just a lot from the beginning. I think like there's just so much nappy changing. I guess that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah. What about you, CJ?
Oh my God.
Something no one prepares you for with fatherhood.
I know it's something everyone says. It's the sleep, the broken sleep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I know everyone says it, and you hear it, and they're like, to me, I was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. But yeah.
But no amount can prepare you for that.
Yeah, you're still catching up. I don't think you ever can until you retire.
Yeah.
And then second question, George, what is the best thing about being a dad?
That's not a quick fire.
It is a quick fire.
There's so many as well.
It's just like so deep. The best thing about being a dad, just seeing like your little best friend grow, I guess. That's will always be. Like, I know it's a quick fire, but she's just yapping now, and I just find it so hilarious. And she's like walking around like the flat, like she owns it. Like she just walks around and she's like, I just want to walk in this room now. I just want to open this. I want to open this cupboard. And she's like, oh my God, she does this thing right now, yeah. And I'm so adamant because I try and get her into things really early. So I'm like, I'm gonna teach her to wash your hands. So like I lean her over the sink and then like run the water and then put her hands in. To now she puts her hands out and then I put her down and then she grabs the hand towel. And she walks around drying her hands.
Oh my God, Jordan, that is
to give it to me.
That's incredible.
And I'm just like, you're so hygienic. I just love it. I hope you do this at nursery.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I just love like she's so. What sounds horrible to say, easily influenced, but like
picks like a sponge.
Yeah, but like to people she trusts. It's like if you wash your hands, you'll have clean hands.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you close this door slowly, you won't trap your fingers. Do you know what I mean? So like little things. If you put your hat on, you're about to go outside. If you put your shoes on, go stand at the door because we're about to leave. So she does all these things. I'm just like, oh, just crazy to think.
Like seeing her grow.
Yeah, like we're 14 months in and you're already acting like a 2-year-old.
What about you, CJ? What's the best thing about being a dad? Quick fire.
Quick fire. So two, but one quick one. Bath time. Like,
oh yeah, you got
so vulnerable and just carefree fun, and just he's at the point now he's loving it. He's splashing. He's got his duck in there and like love it. And then 2, I'd say best and worst thing actually, because it goes back to the saying no sleep, of waking up at like 7 a.m, half asleep, tired, haven't really slept, eyes dust and crust in your eyes, don't know what time it is, and you turn over and he's either in our bed or in his cot and he's just there smiling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Best feeling ever.
I bet.
Best feeling ever.
You heard it here first, guys. They have given the best advice they could. Thank you so much for joining me. I really have enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait to see your little ones grow. And in years to come, when you guys have little teenagers.
Oh my God.
See how you're not going to deal with that, you know?
Teenagers.
Yeah, we'll be back then talking about fathering teenagers.
Literally. So yeah,
Wow.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
You can catch G+Tea on YouTube for the full visuals and full episode, but also you can catch us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well for the full episodes. And don't forget, we are on Instagram and TikTok to catch the little highlights. So be sure to follow us. It is @itsG+Tea across all platforms. Thank you.